So this is my secret mage deck. As I built this deck, I kind of realized that there's not really that much room to play around with the card slots, because like double Lackey, double Valet, double Kirintor, double Cabal Crystal Runner, I think I play like 7 secrets, that's already like half your deck. And then you kind of have to play Fireballs, you kind of have to play Frostbolts, and then Arcane Intellect you kind of have to play. And it kind of makes sense to just take it in the Tempo Mage direction, so Mana Worms, Sorcerer's Apprentices, Flame Wakers. Then you have 3 slots left, so you put in 2 Azure Drakes because that card's really good, and an Ethereal Arcanist because Secret Synergy, why not? So basically I built the deck in like 3 minutes because it was so easy to find all the cards to put in it. There were probably different ways you could take the deck, maybe less Tempo Mage-y, or maybe even just cut something for like a Flame Strike, or maybe a Firelands Portal for more damage. But I feel like with the Cabal Lackey, the Tempo Mage direction just makes a lot of sense. And I don't really even know what I would cut for a Flame Strike. Maybe you can cut like the Arcanist, or maybe one of the counter spells would be okay cuts. Hard to say. Currently sitting at 14 and 12 with this deck, which is 54% win rate, so basically rank 1 legend, here I come.
Jaina versus Garrosh. Victory or death!
You asked for it.
Okay, this is actually a really sick turn 1. Counterspell isn't super good against Pirate Warrior, but it hits Upgrade, it hits Heroic Strike. I'm not sure if I want to keep the Crystal Runner. She's probably not really worth keeping with this hand because I'm going to burn my coin, she's going to cost 4 mana. I'm effectively keeping a 4 mana 5/5. Even if I draw another secret, I can't play it until turn 3 to discount her anyway. So I can't play her until turn 4 at the earliest. Okay, so there are a lot of ways I could play this hand. I can try to hold the coin for a Flamewaker play, which might be pretty important against Pirate Warrior. I don't necessarily think that getting the stats on the Mana Worm is that important this turn, but maybe I want to get the Mirror Entity up. So I can go Mana Worm, Coin, Lackey, Mirror Entity. That deck doesn't really play very impressive 2-drops, it's probably just a Fiery War Axe. I actually don't really see much reason to use my coin here.
Hello.
If I'd coined out the Lackey, I would have got 2 more damage on him. I don't think that's really too important. Now 3-drops on the other hand are a lot scarier. I can coin out a Mirror Entity here. I could also just pass and try to go Flamewaker, Coin, Lackey, Secret next turn, get 4 pings. That's pretty bad against all of his 3-drops really. I think I'm just going to Hero Power him and try to make a Flamewaker play, I guess. If he plays like just a South Sea Captain here, I can just go Lackey, Medivh's Valet next turn to deal with it. So what do I do against a Fierce Monkey? I think I probably just Mirror Entity pass here. I guess the Flamewaker will put some damage on this guy, hopefully. I mean, there's the Dream case where I just kill it, but that's, what, 1 in 16. But if nothing else, I get 2 power minions on the board, can kind of contest this. I get the Mirror Entity up. I think this is the Flamewaker turn. Well, I hit the 1 in 16, just not the right one. It might be pretty hard for him to kill Flamewaker this turn. Okay, second Fiery War Axe. That's actually kind of fine. Imagine if I had hit at least 1 Flamewaker missile on that guy. It'd be such a cleaner turn. Gonna take the value trade. So he's allowing me to Hero Power down his Alexstrasza's Champion, but I have to trade mine off too. That's probably fine. I guess there's not really any other line of play that I actually have here. Do I even want to develop a 2-3? Not really into the Fiery War Axe. My next turn can be Counterspell Valet, if he plays something weak. That's a pretty good Valet target. I think I'll even play Effigy here. What spells does Dragon Warrior even play? I'm not actually sure if Dragon Warrior plays any spells, so I don't value the counterspell very highly right here. And if he effigies a 2-drop, that's kind of fine. I can fireball that, but it kind of takes up my whole turn. Maybe this is just a Flamewaker Arcane Intellect play. What could I draw off of Arcane Intellect that I would want to play this turn? Here in Tor Mage. Maybe a Mirror Entity. I'll just play the Flamewaker. Maybe I get a little bit of damage on this guy. And if I don't get a little bit of damage on him, then it's still actually not that easy for him to deal with my my Flamewaker. I could trade in my Valet here, assuming that I need the 2 damage from it anyway, so that if he's killing any minion next turn, my effigy is better. I think that's the play. It's a little bit risky, because if he can somehow deal with this, say like a Bookworm, I guess, then I don't get to kill that guy. Although I guess he would have made the trade on the 2/3 minion anyway. If he had Bookworm, he probably would have just played it on the Valet last turn. He's really scared of this Flamewaker. Okay, I don't think I have anything in my deck that can take advantage of that. I can go for some hot Frostbolt BM sometime this game. That's about it. Well, I think I just play stuff here. I'm not worried about Dragon Warrior having AoE, although he's actually playing it kind of slow. Maybe he's more of a control-oriented Dragon Warrior that could be playing, I don't know, even those kind of decks probably don't really play Brawl. And he is playing a Kor'kron Elite. Nice order, draw at the end of the turn, as you always want to. Kill that guy, play a guy, go face. Pretty simple turn. Oh yeah, and even if he did have AoE for that last turn, I do have a counterspell up. I think there's a pretty good chance his deck has 0 spells, so counterspell is not the best. But I'm in a position right now where I can pretty much only lose to spells, so I guess it's fine. I guess if he had like Ragnaros into Deathwing, or even Grom into Deathwing, maybe he doesn't even need the Deathwing. Just a really strong big minion could do something here.
Leave me alone. My work is paramount. Leave me alone.
Okay, so I think I'm 1 damage off lethal here, because he's going to armor up and then I can hero power him. I have Fireball, 2 Frostbolts, a Valet. Well, I didn't get the lethal there, but if I just put him to 1 here, then Fireball is pretty much always going to be lethal this game. Next turn and the turn after, Frostbolt and Valet are both lethal. Still have an Arcane Intellect and an Azure Drake in the deck. Okay, he's just dead here, even if Rag snipes the 7/7. I think he might have traded too much that game, but without seeing his list, it's kind of hard to tell. He's playing Technicians. I don't think those are very common in Dragon Warrior. Fierce Monkey, Frothing Berserker, Bloodsail Cultist. I think those cards are all pretty much considered better options.
Jaina versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
You asked for it.
I keep Sorcerer's Apprentice against Druid. It is just a thing I can do on turn 2. I just really want my secret stuff though. I think I mulligan Sorcerer's Apprentice. I'm just gonna Mana Worm pass here. I could coin out the Cabal Lackey. It gets some buffs on this guy, but neither of my secrets are super good here. I guess with Counterspell I could have protected my Mana Worm from a Wrath. Or it could have shut down a Wild Growth, both of those would have been pretty good. But if he didn't have a play here like he didn't, it would have given him something to hit with his Druid hero power. I guess I'll play Lackey this turn. And I think Counterspell's better than Effigy since my minions both cost 1 mana. I could have gone for a Flamewaker Coin Lackey Secret next turn, but Druid isn't even that likely to have a minion I'd want to kill with that. I couldn't have shut down that Jade Blossom, and I kind of think I want to hold this coin for my Azure Drake. Although with this draw, my next turn might be Secret Coin Crystal Runner. Don't even have to coin, I can just play Lackey Secret Crystal Runner. So I want the coin for the pings. If he had swipe, would he have played it that turn? I feel like he would have. It kills this guy and this guy. I think I'm gonna try not to use the coin here. Well, I guess I am gonna coin now. Want to at least get some damage on this guy. Trade off the 2-1 and get some damage face. I wanted to hold the coin because with the Azure Drake, I might have enough cards that the coin is actually relevant later on. But it did 2 damage there. It wrecked that thing. Alright, wrecked that guy.
Jaina versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine.
You asked for it.
Mulligan for the usual stuff. 1-drops and Kirin Tor Mage.
Avast, matey. I'm in charge now.
I guess that means he's playing Zoo. No real reason to develop my Sorcerer's Apprentice into that. Wonder if this is Reno Zoo. That's kind of a thing that people play sometimes. Let's just play out the Flamewaker, see if he has an answer for it. Maybe it's just Reno that plays patches. I guess that's not totally unreasonable. See if we can hit the 1 and 4 on this guy to save some health on the Flamewaker. Unlucky. I could have also gone for Sorcerer's Apprentice instead of Mana Worm that turn, but I feel like I'd rather start getting the buffs on the Mana Worm.
I ain't talking.
So I guess the play here is just Sorcerer's Apprentice. I'm Frostbolting something and then Hero Powering something else. I guess I Frostbolt this guy, just so that it's more likely that the missiles land on minions. I mean, that's an okay result, I guess. Maybe I just shouldn't have played Sorcerer's Apprentice there. This is a lot of stuff on board for AoE.
I'm not ready.
Okay, I did get kind of punished for that. Let's just blast that guy, go face, play a 5/5. If he doesn't have Reno or removal here, he's dead.
We're gonna be rich.
Always Reno Jackson, every single time. Flamewaker goes face every time. I guess I trade off the Mana Worm here to play around Abyssal Enforcer. Whatever, I'll play my 2-1, sure, why not? I might have been in a bad enough position that I had to just trade in the 5/5 into the 4/6, hero power it down, and then hope that my board full of 1 health minions survived. Looks like that play would not have won me the game. Not sure that this one does either. I'm never trading this thing in because I have FG in play now, and also I just never traded in because he's getting low. And the only way I win this game is burning him out before he can stabilize. So basically I'm trying to draw Fireball back to back. Easy game. Oh, that's a good one. I mean, maybe. I guess I never really win the joust. It's a lot of damage, though. Nice. So, play that. Go face. Pass the turn. Watch his Doomsayer blow up. He's obviously just going to play a Mountain Giant here. I copy it with Mirror Entity and he dies. Easy game.
My eyes are open.
Not really what I wanted to see, but it's still a dude, I guess. It's a little unfortunate. Oh, that's a sick effigy. Do I ever trade off my Earthen Ring Farseer here to guarantee the effigy on the Skeleton Knight? I play both of these cards here 100% of the time. I wonder if I can actually win the value game at this point with the Skeleton Knight. It was kind of a fluke that I won that first joust. Probably better to just get the 3 damage in here. Try to set myself up for a Fireball draw. Oh, cool. He gave me the big effigy anyway. Like, Thorison's a really good 6-drop, but not so much when you're just looking for lots of damage and have no cards in hand. Okay. Well, that was a really bad turn for him.
I'm late. I'm late.
I'm just going face now. I've seen Reno, so I've already played both of my Frostbolts, really. But Fireball is lethal, Secret into Medivh's Valet is lethal. He had a really bad answer for the Thorison last turn. It looks like he still doesn't have a good answer for it this turn. So he's going down to 4 here. Not even really sure what he could have. I guess Alexstrasza would be sick here, because he could send his weapon into my Ethereal Arcanist, go down to 1, and then heal for 14. Kazakus might also be sick. The 5 damage AoE is only 4, so he can't go for that, really. Unless he also gets targeted damage. Not sure why I thought he wouldn't get both. Maybe AoE plus armor would have been better for him anyway. Well, those were some of my best non-lethal draws. This card draw is always good. Got the Fireball now. Even if he has Refreshment Vendor, I can still kill him. I think he pretty much needs exactly Alexstrasza. Well, that was a really sketchy game. Skeleton Knight OP.